Alright, welcome back. This is Dante coming to you all with another video. And in this video, what I'm going to do is tell you 10 apps that I think that every college student should have. And it should work for, I believe, a lot of high schoolers also. So let's get right into it. App number one, which I think is probably one of the most useful apps for studying, for taking notes, is Evernote. Evernote has a section on there where you can kind of make these little cool tabs or whatever to separate your classes and your notes for a chapter or whatever you want to do. It also has a calendar in there, and you can also upload a few pictures and whatnot to match your notes. So I think that's pretty cool and a decent app to use. Next, I think StillAnAgenda, which number two is another good app to use because it has like a calendar, it has a to-do list, reminder section, and everything is kind of color-coded in there too. So if you want to have certain things a certain color to kind of help you remember certain things, I think that's a helpful tool. Another thing it can also do is help with your schedule. You can upload your schedule to it. And that brings me to my third app, which is Khan Academy. It's not spelled C-A-N, it's spelled K-H-A-N. And with that, Khan Academy, it has just about almost every single topic or subject, should I say, that you can learn from. It's like pretty much this gigantic online library of like articles, notes, and stuff like that kind of give you more insight to whatever that you're looking for. Another app, which is app number 4, would be Math Formulas Free. All right. Now I love this app, and I recommend this app to just about anybody because it has basic math stuff on there, and they give you formulas how to solve certain problems. And it also have, for those people who are in college, have a little bit more advanced math like calculus, geometry, analytic geometry, trig, and stuff like that. And I think this app is a very useful app that almost anybody who's taken any type of math can benefit from, and it's free. Next app is Forest. Now, this just so happens to be probably my favorite app. The reason why I made it my favorite app is because I procrastinate a lot. When I say a lot, I mean I procrastinate a lot. And, I'm studying psychology and how the human mind works, and all this stuff plays a part into everyday life. And I've been trying to figure out as to why we procrastinate and what is it that makes us want to actually do more. One of the things I discovered is if you attach us to something, it makes us want to work a little bit more for it or work with it. For example, with a lot of people, a lot of students who are in college, a lot of adults, they have children. We have this tendency to kind of like, slack off a lot. But most of us, for the most part, once we have children, we completely change our mindset, and it helps us, and we use it as a motivational factor to kind of do a little bit more and be a little bit more active. And which brings me back to this app with Forest. What it does is like a procrastination pretty much killer. And what it does is have like this, you can build a forest or like a little wooded area or whatever with the amount of time that you study. So you set a timer on there, and then once you study for so much, that seed that you start off with begins to form to trees. And whenever you start that timer, and if you touch your phone for any reason, whether you're trying to check Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, whatever, your email, or even try to get off the app, you instantly kill your tree. Most of us, once we start something, we grow attachment to it, and we don't want to kill it, or we don't want it to stop growing. The next app is Habit Bull. Now, Habit Bull is like a tracker of your habits. And it starts off as pretty much a blank screen, whatever. And what it is you kind of put things in place to help you get to your ultimate goals. Like at the end, your goal would be to finish college. And what this app would do is you kind of put in things that help push you or help you graduate college, which is your goal is to graduate college. So like you do things like, I don't know, get up at a certain time or study X amount of time throughout the day and stuff like that. And pretty much just this app, it helps you track that. So a lot of us, we kind of get bummed down when certain stuff happen. Like I don't feel like I'm moving fast enough. I don't feel like I'm doing that. I don't feel like I'm doing that. With this app, you can go back and look like, okay, this is what you're doing, and so far you've been doing good at it. You've been sticking to it, so it actually show that you were actually doing something, and not just kind of just sitting around slacking off. Um, Another app that I would recommend to a lot of you all who are flashcard lovers, um, note lovers, I would recommend Quizlet. For those of you all who don't know what Quizlet is, it's just like an app that literally just have a ton of flashcards on there. You can kind of customize these flashcards how you want it. They have like standard ones that come, and you got the question on one side and the answer in the back, or the word on one side and definition in the back. But with Quizlet, you can also make up your own. You know, and you can kind of put little. One thing that helps me study and remember certain things is I tie something to it. Like for example, I don't know, TV. I would attach a plug to it because when I think of a plug, the first thing I think of is a TV, which should be backwards or the other way around. But either way it go, it helps me remember that. So just with Quizlet, you can tie little stuff to it to kind of when you're creating your own study cards. This is what you can do. Another app is Trello. Trello is pretty much like an app that has like lists on it. I don't know if a lot of you are watching this are like Pinterest fans. For those of you all who love Pinterest, just picture this app or picture Pinterest as another app with a to-do list, another list where you can start doing stuff on there. Um, and also have like this collaboration section you can do on there, a done list and stuff like that. So you can have more of your friends or colleagues or classmates, interact with certain things that you're doing a little bit more than actually Pinterest. So I think that's a great app. Another app is RefMe. RefMe. I think this is probably in the top 10 of all time apps, one of the greatest apps for college students. Why? Because no matter what grade you are in or what level you are in, it seems like every single level that you're in, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, returning, or you're going for master's or doctor's or whatever, some teacher somewhere is going to make you write some paper. And when you write this paper, a lot of times they want you to cite a page or cite referring to where you got stuff from or whatever the case may be. But with this app, you can go in this app and it will give you a format, or it actually has a format in there. So if you want to cite a certain book or a certain article or a certain person or whatever the case may be, this particular app would do that for you, and it would put it into the format that you may need for your classes. And a lot of people use like MLA format, and I'm pretty sure it's like 4 or 5 different major apps that most colleges use for papers. But like I said, that app would help you. That app would help you put stuff into a format better for you, and help you cite things without giving you the headache of like flipping through the book. Or say, okay, I don't know when this book was created and stuff like that. This app would do all this stuff for you. Another app, for a lot of you all who are on the move a lot, if you have a lot of you all have kids, or a lot of you all are just freaking destroyed by how much schoolwork you have, and you're trying to work at the same time and still take care of relatives or friends or whatever you want to do. Everybody's story is different. But to those of you all who don't have enough time to actually do a lot of your homework because of so much other stuff you got going on, now this is a little disclaimer. I do not condone cheating. I do not recommend cheating. But In the event, that you do not have enough time whatsoever, and you've exerted all your energy doing everything else, here's one app that's kind of a answer key for just about. I'm not saying every subject, but just about every subject, and it is called Slader. Slader. I was like, it's a answer key. Literally, it just you type in a question or take a picture of the question, and it just gives you the direct answer. And it's like what I've seen it, what I've used it for, and a handful of my buddies use it for was for more so math. I've used it to actually get answers maybe twice. Um, but for the most part, I usually have time to kind of do homework and other things that I'm trying to do. And that concludes my top 10 apps. But here's a bonus. For those of you all who are in math and who have to do so much math, here's another app that you all can use that can kind of help you a lot. A lot of us, we have huge problems with math. Math seems like one of the most hated subjects out of college with all of the students, because a lot of us, we have problems with it, whether it's trig, geometry, whatever. Most of us, we feel that we're not that good at math. And even if the teacher gives us a book and say, here, go through this page with all these assignments on it, and then bring it back the next time we got class, whatever the case may be. Sometimes when we're in class, we don't even understand the teacher. And even when a teacher gives us a question and they answer it, we still don't understand how they did it. So what would be a helpful app is Photomath. And what Photomath does is it gives you the answer, and it also shows you exactly how to get it. And you literally use your smartphone, your iPad, or whatever tablet device that you have. You download the app. There's a section on there. You can use the camera to take a picture of your problem, your math problems in a book. You can even make up your own math problems, and I think these things will solve it for you. Or on the computer, take a picture of the question on the computer, and this app will solve it for you, and it will take it one step further and show you exactly how to solve that problem. And that's all I have for you right now, and I'll see you all a little later with another video. If you like it, please like, subscribe, share. Thank you, and I'll see you all later.